Regarding threats of nuclear war, Svetlana Gennadievna, you are right, this threat is growing. There is nothing to hide here. Regarding the fact that under no circumstances will Russia strike first, if it does not strike first under any circumstances, then it will not strike second either, because the possibilities of a nuclear strike on our territory are very limited. However, our strategy is to consider nuclear weapons, and they are weapons of mass destruction, as a means of protection. It is all set up around the so-called retaliatory oncoming strike. Did we talk about the possibility of using nuclear weapons? No. The former Prime Minister of Great Britain, let us not mention her by name, also directly publicly said that she was ready to do it. In response to this, I had to emphasize some things too. Right away, her statements were ignored, and what we said was immediately stuck out, and the statements were used to frighten the whole world. We haven't gone crazy. We are aware of what nuclear weapons are. We have these means, and they are in a more advanced and more modern form than any other nuclear country. This is an obvious fact today. But we are not going to brandish this weapon like a razor, running around the world. But of course, we proceed from the fact that it is.
Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE teachers as well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. Brother Tazar Babar, coming at you from the prophets of Babylon, camping in Tampa, Florida. Going with a quick hit, going into this video, posted up by Brother Ambassador Sakar on Instagram. Let's go into how Russia was saying, Putin was speaking on the talk of nuclear weapons, why nuclear weapons is such a big talk today. He did a deflection in the midst of the video, in the midst of the speech, he was flexing. He said, it's not going to be the first ones to shoot, but they're not going to be the second ones to shoot either. Just leaving Babylon in the dark. He also stated that he was, that Russia has one of the most modern form of nuclear weapons than any other nuclear country, which is clearly stating they are more powerful than America's nukes, Babylon's nukes. They are leading nuclear powers right now. What can Babylon say against him? What can Babylon do against them? But the Lord said, "But he will stir up the needs, man. These damn Russians are getting stirred up. And they get ready to, they get ready to shoot some things off, Because what? The Lord has sanctioned it. There's a reason that their nuclear weapons have surpassed Babylon. It's because the Lord has sanctioned them to be Babylon's slave. To be one of Babylon's main slaves, at least. But there's scriptures on it. So let's go into this video. It's from Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Alright, so you're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, man, but you're going to hear Putin and Babylon and China talking about war and nuclear missiles, all sorts of things of that nature, but nothing's going to pop off. So scripture says, be not troubled, don't be troubled, because these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You got to remember, World War III is going to be one of the final prophecies. That's going to be one of the final prophecies, and yet we still have plenty more to take place before that final prophecy, because the nuclear missiles is what's going to end Babylon. The nuclear missiles are going to pop out at the end of World War III. So, who knows, it could start at the beginning of World War III or even at the end of World War III. The point is, they have technology and power now to not fight in petty manners anymore. They have the power to end whole country's existence with the click of a finger. So that's why it says, see that you be not troubled. The end is not yet. You know, because they ain't gonna be clicking those buttons until the last, prophecy is ready to shoot off, and we still got to go through the full run of Jacob's trouble, MOTB, persecution of the prophets, famine of the word, famine of food and water, betrayal, neighbors killing each other, lawless times. We still got a lot of stuff to look at. So, and it's not as though these things are going to take decades to happen. These things can happen in the span of a year. They happen in the span of a month. No one knows, man, because it's unpredictable. You can't predict it. The Lord is on, it's on the Lord's time. So all these things can happen in 1 week, and we'll be out of here in 1 week. It all depends on how the Lord slices it. So don't try to predict it. Don't try to. Just know that you're hearing the rumors of wars now. It's not time to go to war now. It's not time for war with you. Just go hear those rumors. That's a prophecy within itself. Scripture says it's a part of the beginning of sorrows. So you're going to hear those things. The nation shall rise against nation, the kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So you're seeing all these things happen across the world: famines, pestilences, earthquakes. All these things happen in diverse places. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. That means things are just starting. Things are just getting started. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So every battle of the warrior, which is, every war is fought with what? Man to man, army against army, But this was going to be fought with burning and fuel of fire. The armies are going to change. It's going to be one army of nuclear missiles against another army of nuclear missiles. Those are the armies that's going to be fighting this war. The army of nuclear missiles. Alright. It says, garments rolled in blood, but this shall be fought with burning and fuel of fire. Alright, so that's so you know. This ain't gonna be no regular war. This ain't gonna be like any other war. It's gonna be the war to end all wars. Alright? This is gonna be overkill, man. You ever see somebody, you ever see a fight between two people? The other person ends up overkilling the one guy, and you're just looking at him like you can't even glory in him anymore. You're just looking like, bro, you just did too much. You didn't have to do all of that. That's how it's gonna be, man. With these other nations, because they're gonna overkill Babylon. You see these guys having a fist fight, and the other guy picks him up and slams him on his head and starts stomping his head in, and then at that point, you trying to save the guy. You ain't even recording no more. Like, yo, get his ass, get it. At that point, you trying to save the guy from getting killed. That's how Babylon gonna get turfed, man. Babylon gonna get put on her neck and get stumped out on her head, man. There ain't gonna be nobody to rescue her because she's gonna be in the hands of the Lord, man. And you cannot deliver from the hand. You can't deliver anybody out of the hand of the Lord. Grab this. This is the book of. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot to the ends of the world. So those arrows are going to what? Are with nuclear missiles. They're going to be shot to the ends of the world from what? The Middle East all the way over here to the west. They're going to be shot back and forth across the world, man. But Babylon's going to ultimately feel the full brunt of it. It's going to be destroyed and wiped away utterly, man. Russia's got tactical nuclear missiles. They got nuclear missiles that's blowing in the water and causing floods and shit, man. a nuclear, he called it radioactive tsunamis. You know, wiping out the whole country, which is for Satan's two missiles, by shooting them in the water and causing radioactive tsunamis. So this guy is this guy ain't playing no games, man. And the Lord has got him speaking like this, man. This is the Lord. This is the Lord's work in all of these things, man. The Lord's doing it. His hand is in all of these things that are happening right now. So we're prepared because we're reaching the conclusion of Esau's rulership. Man. We're reaching the end of this eon. And you're going to start to see a lot more. And then you're going to start to witness a lot more, man. You know, death and destruction going off on full scale. This is a sign of it. I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim, and Wakus, in the truth and sincerity. It's the next semester, I'll make it all glory, honor, and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.